Every battle has only one victor. We're all set to crown a brand new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mahindra AQ Season 4 Grand Finale here on NDTV 24/7. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Partnkar. We've been through so much already on this year's edition. We've been through city rounds that involved over 32,000 students from over 40 colleges and universities all across our country. And then, of course, you've also had our journey taking us through the 4 regional finals, which you've seen on the network over the past month. That's thrown up some regional finalists, and there were 24 teams, in fact, who came in and did intense battle. We have now been left with the final 4 teams. They've survived it all. It's time for me to reintroduce you to them. All right, so let's go ahead and meet our qualifiers here. We've got from the East Zone final, the winners of that particular final, Nikush Pandey and Deepak Srinivas Mandal from NIT Durgapur. All the very best. It was quite an East Zone final you guys had, so I can assure you the competition here is only going to get tougher, but I wish you all the best. Joining them also, we've got our winners from the West Zone, Sriram Krishnan and Ajay Prakash Pai from the Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management, Mumbai. All the very best to you as well, and you guys were very cool through your regional final. You're going to maintain similar sort of a composure today?
Yeah, we'll try to.
You are going to try to. I appreciate that, and well, we'll see how it goes. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Our third grand finalist is from the South Zone, Ashwin Jose Varghese George from the Loyola Institute of Business Administration, Chennai. Liba Chennai is how I refer to you always, and you guys are back for the second year. We talked about that when you won that scorching final for, in the South Zone. Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, good confidence. Wish you the best as well. And last but not least, from our season opener, you saw them in the North Zone final, Leo Thomas, Sridharji from IMT Ghaziabad. So it's quite a big gap that you guys have had. You've been seeing everybody else's progress, feeling the heat.
Best team win, that's all we can say.
That's the right sentiment. May the best team win. It's what we also hope for here, and all the best to IMT Ghaziabad. Let's get started with our very first round in the grand finale. Gentlemen, we want you to get into ignition. For those of you watching at home, remember we always seat the teams in a completely random order based on a draw of lots, and so we've got NIT Durgapur from where we're going to begin today. Simple round. We want you to start your engines, as it were, and so it's going to be 200 kilometers for the right answer on a direct question. If you get no right answer, well, then that question is just going to simply pass. No negative marking, 100 kilometers on the pass. So very simple to start things off, and I'm sure all of you are clear on that. So the direct question for NIT, which is the popular and critically acclaimed PlayStation-based racing simulation video game series?
Forza Motorsport?
That's not what I was looking for. It passes to JBIMS.
Is it Gran Turismo?
Is it Gran Turismo? 100 kilometers. It is, indeed. So moving about 100 kilometers from where you were, and let's see if you move further now. The direct question for Mumbai. What is General Motors' UK division known as?
Vauxhall.
Vauxhall Motors, based in Luton, outside London. Right answer. So 200 kilometers for Mumbai. The direct question now for Liba Chennai. Which Indian automotive brand underwent this joint venture with Daimler to manufacture commercial vehicles?
Tata Motors?
Tata Motors isn't right. We want to quickly pass that on now to IMT.
Okay, it's the Hero Group.
It is the Hero Group, 100 kilometers. Absolutely right. And now finally the direct question for IMT. Who is the only French Formula 1 champion?
It's Alain Prost.
It is Alain Prost, absolutely right. 200 kilometers. Good job. Everybody seems to have got quite a lot going there, and we certainly got their engines started, that's for sure. And so we should straight away go into our next round, which we call Gear Up. So as you all engage that first gear for this next round, let me run you through the rules. The scoring is going to be somewhat similar, but we're going to flip the order around. We'll start with IMT this time, and luck of the draw, guys, because you've got some options to choose from. We're going to be traveling the globe just a little bit here. There will be certain country names that are going to come up on a grid. You've got to simply choose the country of your preference. The question comes from that country, and of course, you cannot continue to choose a country that's already been chosen. So that's how it works. 200 kilometers on the right answer, and there will be a pass situation. Simple pass once again. It will just go from one team to the next, and 100 kilometers possible on the pass. No negative marking once again, so we continue to be generous. IMT, let's take a look at the screen and the grid. So you've got 6 options: the United Kingdom, France, USA, Germany, Japan, and India.
Okay, we'll go with USA.
Your question from the US. Which luxury brand was introduced into the United States market under the slogan, Precision Crafted Performance?
It's Acura.
It's Acura, belonging to Honda.
Honda.
Right answer, 200 kilometers. I was very confident about that one, and so of course got that absolutely right. The next choice of country from Liba Chennai.
Germany.
And we're going to have the question from Germany. Which iconic German car company has the tagline, "We live cars"?
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen isn't right. So we're going to pass it on to Mumbai.
Opel.
Opel, Adam Opel AG, right answer, absolutely right, 100 kilometers. So Mumbai, you've still got 4 countries that are up there, and you've got to pick one now for me.
UK.
The UK, your question. It was a former British sports car manufacturer founded in the 1920s by Cecil Kimber, better known for its 2-seat open sports cars. The brand has changed many owners since then, with the current owner being SAIC. Which mark is being talked about here?
MG Rover.
Is that your final answer, MG? All right, so MG it is. MG is the right answer. All right, and now we've got our last team, but you've still got some choices up there. Which one will it be, NIT?
India.
India. Yes, Sare Jahan Se Acha. I was wondering when somebody's going to pick that country. The question for you: which Alibag-based automaker manufactures a sports car which is derived from the iconic Lotus 7?
Chinkara Motors.
Chinkara Motors, of course, is the right answer. 200 kilometers. All right, so that brings us very quickly to the end of round 2. We will slip into a short commercial break at this point, but there's lots more on the AQ Grand Finale. Keep watching. Welcome back. You're with the Mahindra AQ Grand Finale on NDTV 24/7. We have finished 2 rounds, and so before we progress any further, let's take a look at where things stand on our scoreboard. Liba Chennai is still to open its account. Next, you've got NIT Durgapur with 200 kilometers on the board. IMT Ghaziabad with 500 kilometers. And leading at this stage are the boys from Mumbai, 600 kilometers. So we move then very quickly into round 3. We call it Overtake. Seems like this one's named for you guys, because that's what we want you to do, try and overtake each other and pick up some crucial points. It's similar to what you had in all of your regional finals, which is of course a round that makes you connect certain clues. So you're going to see 3 clues on the screen. There will be just a buzzer situation here, so we aren't coming to you directly. Whoever thinks they've cracked those 3 clues and connected to the answer, well, then hit the buzzer. Remember that it's 200 kilometers for the right answer, but it is minus 100 for the wrong answer. So think carefully before you strike that buzzer. There will be no passing in this round. The first set of clues are on the screens now. I want you to connect to a Formula 1 legend. It's IMT Ghaziabad with the buzzer.
It's Alberto Ascari.
It's Alberto Ascari. How are you making that connection?
That's picture of Alberto Ascari. He used to race for Ferrari, and that's it.
And that's it. You don't care about the other 2, is it? All right. Well, remember, the chicane at the Monza track is named after him. Let me go through the others anyway. And Ascari is, of course, one of the only 2 Italians to have won the Formula 1 championship. He won his 2 championships with Ferrari, so which is why you got the Ferrari logo. It is the right answer. The next set of clues now. Simply connect all these cars. That's all I want you to do. The buzzer this time came from NIT.
Lamborghini.
You got to give me a little bit more than that.
These all were designed by Orochio Pagani.
Can you name the three?
First is the Countach, second is the LM002, and third is the...
Third is the Espada.
Hold that thought. I said I wouldn't pass in this round, but let me just ask any of the other teams if they can give me something closer to the answer. Liba Chennai wants to have a stab at it. Go ahead.
All three cars were designed by Marcello Gandini.
All right, so I was looking for something a little bit more specific quite clearly, and you did make one connection, which is the fact that they were all Lamborghinis. You named two of the three cars correctly. The third was the Silhouette, so I'll be a little bit generous. I'm going to give you 100 kilometers. The specific answer I was seeking was they're all Lamborghinis, but they're the only ones not named after bulls. All right, so that was the specific connection, but since you did manage to find one, we're going to be, what can I say, I'm just a very generous person. All right, let's move on and get the next set of clues on the screen because there's still plenty more in this round. Okay, so once again, three clues. This time the buzzer came from Mumbai, and the answer.
We're guessing Tatra.
VK Singh Tatra. That's two things you're telling me.
I said we are guessing Tatra. Okay, that is VK Singh, the
All right.
Tatra controversy.
Okay.
And then the Beetle was based on the one of the cars of Tatra. So
And
we'll
what's the
just,
third picture?
No idea.
That's the Tatra Mountains. I'm going to, of course, give you that. It was a perfectly right answer. And now the last set of clues. And once more, the buzzer coming from Mumbai.
We think it is Pirelli
You think it is Pirelli.
because Inter Milan sponsor is Pirelli, and that is a Pirelli calendar.
And what's the third one?
No idea again.
You're always 2 out of 3, but it gets you the points because 200 kilometers, Pirelli is right. Bar is nothing without control is what the third one said. That's just the tagline for Pirelli. Our fourth round is where we want you to cruise. I always like to cruise on CNB, and so once again you'll be seeing certain clips from the show, and of course I'll have certain questions based on those clips. It will be 100 kilometers for the right answer. However, you always have the option to double in this round, which means that if you're confident of the answer, well, go ahead and say you want to double, and that's only to the team who gets the direct question. If you get that answer wrong after doubling, then there's a penalty of 100 kilometers. Okay, we're going to start with IMT Ghaziabad. Let's take a look at your clip.
One of the most anticipated events on the global annual automobile calendar. The Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance is now considered the most prestigious classic car event in the world. The concours has been held every year since 1950, making this the 62nd edition of the event.
My question, what was the Indian connection at Pebble Beach this year?
We would like to double.
You'd like to double. Okay, go ahead.
There's a new category called the Maharaja class, and there's an Indian winner first time in Pebble Concours d'Elegance.
New category of cars.
Maharaja class.
Maharaja
and
class.
there's a first time winner, Indian winner also.
Absolutely the right connection. And 200 kilometers. The next clip comes for Liba Chennai. Guys, look at the screens.
First up, it's the Viaggio from Fiat. Fairly attractive car, though suspiciously fluidic headlamp treatment. Fiat hopes it becomes a volumes model in China, where it has so far remained a fringe player.
So, Liba Chennai, that was the Fiat Viaggio, a China-specific model. What non-Fiat car is it based on?
It's based on the Ford Focus.
No, that's not the right answer. It's going to pass to JBIMS.
I think it's based on the Dodge Dart.
Dodge Dart. Is that a guess?
Yeah, we sort of knew that. actually.
Sort of knew that.
Yeah.
You're sort of right. And of course, it's 100 kilometers. Right answer. And now, of course, we have the direct one for you, Mumbai.
Now, building on its success, the race Polo is back in a more potent and revised avatar. This is the new 2012 season Polo R. It is, of course, very different to the production model. The bodywork has been refined, especially at the back, with sporty side skirts and bumpers. There's also a rear diffuser, and all of this makes the car look grown up and definitely bigger than the road-going car. But there are also changes that are significant in comparison to the Polo R car from the last racing season.
Lots of differences from the Polo R car from the last racing season. Were you familiar with that story?
Yeah, long back.
Sort of again, okay. But I want to ask you something actually about that last season car. I want to know who won the Polo Cup in 2011.
Aditya, no.
That is incorrect. In any case, let me go ahead and pass that to NIT.
Is it Gaurav Gill?
It isn't. And we're going to go to IMT Ghaziabad. No guesses. Liba Chennai?
Pass.
No guesses as well. The correct answer, Vishnu Prasad. Vishnu Prasad won that 2011 Polo Cup. Okay, the last clip from CNB for NIT Durgapur.
When Rolls-Royce does a new car, the world takes notice. It's not the kind of brand that will churn out new models very frequently after all, and this is the all-new Series 2 or updated version of the Rolls-Royce flagship, Phantom, which first debuted in 2003. Now that I can persuade myself to get out of the back, I want to quickly talk about the fact that even though the brand may be BMW owned, there are certain British traditions that aren't going to go away in a hurry, and that of course includes the little umbrella that comes out of the side. That's something that remains quintessentially Rolls-Royce.
My question, how many body styles is the Phantom family available in?
We'd like to double.
All right.
Answer is 4.
Okay, do you want to name those 4 body styles?
One is a normal sedan, one is the extended wheelbase, one
Okay.
is the open top, one is the coupe and the open top.
One is the coupe and one is the open top. That's right. So you got your 4 there. Absolutely right. We will slip into a short break once again on the AQ, but we've got scores to reveal to you on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the AQ. It's time to see who has traveled how far as the teams and the scoreboard are concerned. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. And well, speaking of traveling far, Liba Chennai hasn't actually chosen to travel very far as yet. Following them, you've got NIT with 500 kilometers on the board. IMT Ghaziabad, 900 kilometers. For the guys who are staying ahead at this stage of the AQ, JBIMS, 1100 kilometers. So there's still plenty more to play for, and let's get straight to it. Our next round is called Drift. We'll change direction on our little GPS once again. We'll start with NIT Durgapur for this particular round. It is a very simple situation. You've got 200 kilometers on that direct question. For the correct answer, in case anybody wants to venture a guess, you have to hit the buzzer. There is no regular passing. But remember, if you hit the buzzer, 200 for the right answer, minus 100 kilometers for the wrong answer. So hit the buzzer only if you think you know the answer. The team that gets the direct question, no negative marking, and there is a grid involved once again, which means you've got certain choices, and you have to look at them and tell me which one you want to go with. So let's take a look at that grid on your screen. So 6 choices once again: technology, innovations, personalities, brands, vehicle safety, and motorsport. NIT, you are lucky. You get to choose from those 6. Which one will it be?
We are choosing brands.
You're choosing brands, and I want you to look at the screen yet again because I want you to identify that logo.
Is it TI Cycles?
Is it TI Cycles? It isn't TI Cycles. No one seems to want to hit the buzzer on this one. The answer, a little bit of a tough one. Troller. Troller is the answer we were looking for. JBIMS, the screen's still there. You've got 5 choices. Go ahead and tell me which one you want to go with.
Motorsport.
Motorsport, they say, and the question: the Downforce 1 team, which will compete in the European Le Mans Series, was founded by whom?
Citroen.
Not Citroen, and no buzzers once again. So throwing a few tough ones at you. You're going to perhaps some of you might like this answer. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson founded that team. So young boys, students, okay. Let's move on. The next one, direct for Liba Chennai. You got 4 options to choose from, boys. Which one will it be?
Personalities.
Personalities. Well, we went past one personality there, but let me ask you this question. You got to identify this Formula One driver's champion whose picture you're seeing.
Jacques Villeneuve.
Jacques Villeneuve is absolutely right. 200 kilometers. We got to go now to IMT and still some choices on the board.
We'll go with innovations.
Innovations. The question. This is the first car in the world to come equipped with pedestrian airbags. Identify the car.
This would be the S80.
It would be the S80 from
Volvo.
From Volvo. Of course, you can make out that's a Volvo, but S80 isn't right. And we've got the buzzer coming from NIT Durgapur all the way across on the other side.
It's the Volvo C30.
That's also incorrect. So minus 100 for you on that one. The correct answer, the Volvo V40. That's the V40. So pedestrian airbags, a fairly recent phenomenon, and the V40 was launched recently. You'll wonder what the Swedes will think of next. But with that, we end our drift round and go straight into our last round. We, of course, aptly named that Flat Out. Gentlemen, listen closely. There are 1,200 kilometers up for grabs in this round. So it could be anyone's game right after this one. Everything to go for. 100 kilometers on the right answer, negative 100 on the wrong answer. It is a buzzer round, so you got to just listen to my question very carefully. Remember, if you hit your buzzer while I'm mid-question, I will stop where I was. Okay, are you all ready? What is an engine component which converts the piston's reciprocating motion into rotary motion of the flywheel? Yes, NIT Durgapur has the buzzer.
Crankshaft.
Crankshaft, 100 kilometers. Helix is the brand of motor oil of which? Liba Chennai.
Shell.
Shell, which company? Yes, 100 kilometers. Who waved the checkered flag to end the race at this year's Korean Grand Prix?
PSY.
PSY, Gangnam Style, 100 kilometers. Right, absolutely. Samsung Motors is a subsidiary of which company? It's NIT again with the buzzer.
Renault Samsung.
Renault Samsung. Yes, of course, it's Renault from France. Which brand of automobile traces its roots from a prototype vehicle, the Bantam BRC? It's NIT yet once more with the buzzer.
Jeep.
Jeep, 100 kilometers. Good going. Which word is believed to originate from the Latin word carus? It's car, of course, carus, car. Which defunct GM brand was founded by Ransom Eli? And it's NIT.
Oldsmobile.
Of course it is. It's Ransom Eli Olds. Expand for me, Exhaustech. It's Liba Chennai with the buzzer.
Exhaust, torque, expansion chamber.
100 kilometers, absolutely right. Which car has the tagline, Beyond Excellence? The one with the buzzer, it's Toyota Camry. Which Formula One team has set the record of having the most starts, 39 in fact, without having scored a single point? Yes, it's JBIMS.
Marussia.
Not Marussia, it's HRT. HRT. Who was the model for the Spirit of Ecstasy for the Rolls-Royce? IMT Ghaziabad.
Eleanor Thornton.
Eleanor Thornton was the model, absolutely right. Last question, what is the name of Ferrari's test track in Maranello? NIT with the buzzer.
Fiorano.
Fiorano, and they named the model after it as well. Absolutely right, 100 kilometers. Good job, NIT. Oh, those guys were completely on fire there, but it could still have gone anyway and anywhere. Now, for those of you who've been watching all our regional finals at home, you do know that in every regional final, we've had a situation where there was a tie. So why should it be any different in the grand finale? You got not one, but of course you can't have just one, but you got not two, but three teams that are tied at the same position. Those three teams, without doubt, are NIT, JBIMS, and IMT. We will have some tiebreaker questions for you now. Since it's three of you, we're going to have three questions, so we'll do a best of three, as it were. Buzzers, of course, 100 kilometers for the right answer, minus 100 for the wrong answer, and hopefully that decides what happens from here on. If it doesn't, we will have a sudden death situation after that. Are you all ready? The first question. What is the name for the range of engines which power the Chevrolet Sail Yuva? No one. Okay. It's the same name that goes into the Beat as well, Smartech. Smartech is how GM brands its engines. Next question. Where in Japan is the headquarters for Suzuki Motor Corporation? We'd love to send all 3 teams to the Geneva Motor Show, but that's not going to happen. So really, guys, you got to get in with some answers. The correct answer is Hamamatsu. Hamamatsu, which is also where Yamaha is headquartered. Third question. Name the car driven by P.S. Brosnan in the movie GoldenEye in 1995. The buzzer comes from IMT.
It's the Vanquish. Aston Martin Vanquish.
It's the Vanquish, the Aston Martin Vanquish. Not the car in GoldenEye, it was the BMW Z1 in GoldenEye. The Vanquish came later. So that means, of course, we've got a situation now where you have stepped back. However, since we've still got a tie situation carrying on, NIT, JBIMS, it's a sudden death question. Whoever gets this goes through. If you get it wrong, the other team goes through. It's a visual. Take a look at it. My question, it's a long one. Which automobile company has designed these dummies and has a long history designing crash test dummies? And the process is so specialized that there's even a rear impact dummy task group within this company. Okay, so nobody's going to go for the buzzer. The right answer, General Motors. Thank God we didn't give that, right? Okay, all right. Which means we have to go through yet another sudden death question here. All cars manufactured by Mini are made at the plant in Oxford in the UK, barring the Countryman and the upcoming Paceman. Where are those 2 cars manufactured? All right, playing it very safe, hanging on to their kilometers. It's Graz in Austria. It's the Magna Steyr plant. They both say they knew that now from their expressions. The next tiebreaker question I have for you, very simply, I want to know the name of the founder of Jaguar. It's NIT Durgapur with the buzzer first, looking very excited. Yes, what's the answer?
William Lyons.
William Lyons. Sir William Lyons.
Sir.
Right answer, 100 kilometers to NIT Durgapur. Whew. Never in the history of the AQ have we gone through so many tiebreaker questions. These teams were certainly very, very well matched, and NIT held on to your nerve there right at the end, and you knew that one. JBIMS, don't look so disheartened. I think you knew that answer as well. It's just about who got the buzzer first. You did a very good job. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 400 kilometers on the board for Liva Chennai at the end of our AQ Grand Finale. And now I can, of course, tell all of you that the 3 teams which were tied at the start of that tiebreaker were all tied at 1,000 kilometers apiece. It was very well fought and very brave of IMT to hit the buzzer every time on those answers. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but 900 very well-earned kilometers for you. The 2 teams who were caught in that sudden death situation right at the end, JBIMS, I know you lost out by only a whisker. You're still at 1,000 kilometers. Very well done. NIT Durgapur, we were talking earlier about how we've got so many business schools in the final this time and just 1 engineering school. Will they be up for it? Looks like you were. You held your nerve at the end. 1,100 kilometers to NIT Durgapur. So for the 2nd year in a row, our champions emerge from the East Zone. Let's go ahead and invite our brand new 2012 AQ champions out here to join me. Nikash Pandey, Deepak Srinivas Mondal, come on up here. Great job. Also joining us right now at the 2012 AQ Grand Finale, we've got Mr. Rajan Vadhera, the Chief Executive, Technology, Product Development and Sourcing for Mahindra and Mahindra.
We are in the 4th year of the Mahindra Auto Quotient Quiz, and huge excitement and the kind of questions that were there really shows how it's getting scaled up. And as I was commenting, even the hardcore professionals will find it difficult, but that's what it is all about. We really want to scale up the level of auto awareness in the country. It's going to help and benefit everyone in the country. It's going to benefit the professionals, the entire ecosystem, the engineering ecosystem, the auto ecosystem. I think we need it with the kind of launches that we are having in the year, the kind of growth potential that we have in this country in the auto domain. This is really going to be very, very exciting.
It's been absolutely great this year with the overall season for the Mahindra AQ. Season 4 has been exciting, it's been adventurous, it's been pretty hardcore as well because we've seen some ruthless competition. But what we have at the end, a new champion. And we will be back next year, remember, as Rajan promised, the scope will be wider. So look out, we will be at a campus near you very soon. The whole process will start once more, and we'll be bringing that to you on your television screen. Stay with NDTV 24/7. There's lots more coming up, including the news headlines. All of you watching at home have been answering our viewer question, and so many of you have been getting them right. In fact, we've been sending out those goodie bags to all of you, but there are some who've got all 4 questions right. It's from that pool of people that we've picked our grand prize winner, who gets the chance to go to the Mahindra Great Escape this year.
The SMS contest grand prize winner is Samuel Bhaskaran from Chennai. Congratulations on winning an all-expense paid trip to the Mahindra Great Escape. For more information, you can also visit the Mahindra AQ Facebook page and the Twitter handle.